One quiet day in a peaceful clearing, three friends decided to do something simple. They wanted to make everything perfect. A straight line. Even spaces. No mistakes. Luna moved carefully, placing each piece with focus and patience. Bim watched closely, wanting to help. Tick made sure everything was measured just right. At first, it seemed easy. But the more they tried to make it perfect, the more things started to change. One small move led to another, and then another. And suddenly, nothing was as simple as it looked. The line was almost perfect, so close,
Almost there.
that it felt like just one more step would fix everything. But almost was not enough. So they tried again. Slower this time. More careful. More precise.
Almost there.
Every movement
Steady,
became
steady.
smaller
Oops.
and more important.
Tick, fix it.
A tiny shift here,
Malfunction.
a gentle push there.
Resetting.
But something strange began to happen. The more they focused, the more everything reacted. One cube moved, then another answered. A small correction turned into a quiet chain reaction. It spread across the line like a ripple in still water. They noticed it and tried to stop it.
Almost.
Faster
Yes.
now.
Not perfect
Hands
yet.
moving from one place
It
to another,
moved. Recalculating.
Fixing.
Failed.
adjusting, correcting. But every fix created something new. The line didn't stay still anymore.
Hold it steady.
It shifted.
It's breaking apart.
It responded. It refused to become perfect,
I've got one.
so
Pull
they
it back.
tried together at the same time, moving in sync, hoping everything would finally align. And for a moment, it almost worked. But then, everything moved again. Not in one place, but everywhere. Small changes, turning into bigger ones. The line was no longer a line. It was something alive. Always shifting, always changing. And no matter how hard they tried, it just wouldn't stay still. The more they tried to fix it, the more everything slipped away. The line they worked so hard to build was no longer a line. It bent. It shifted. It moved in ways they didn't expect. Every careful step, every precise correction only made things harder. Until finally, they stopped. No more rushing. No more fixing. Just stillness. And in that quiet moment, something changed. The pieces didn't move as much anymore. The chaos slowed, then softened, then gently faded. Without being pushed, without being forced, the cubes began to settle. Not into a perfect line, but into something else. Something balanced. Something calm. Luna watched carefully, but didn't reach out. Bim stayed still, even when it felt strange not to help. And Tick no longer tried to correct every detail. Together, they let things be. And slowly, the pieces found their place. Not perfect, not exact, but right. Sometimes, trying too hard to make everything perfect is what makes it fall apart. And sometimes, letting go is what brings everything back together. The three friends stood quietly, looking at what they had made. It was different than they imagined, but somehow it felt better. So they turned and slowly walked away, leaving everything just as it was, calm, balanced enough, or so it seemed.